Charity, is that... Oh, it's you. Well, good heavens. After all these years and he just goes off like that. I see. Then you're here as his replacement then. Well, that's a relief. Go about your duties as soon as you can. This place has become quite a mess. Oh, and here's the conservatory key, Jenks. Take good care of it. Beef Wellington for dinner this evening, I think? Yes, that will be nice. I trust you've left the conservatory as you found it. Neat and tidy, flowers untouched. Loss? What are you talking about? Oh, of course, my spectacles. I usually have them here with me. Must ask Jinx to keep an eye out for them. I trust that your curiosity has been satisfied. No need to disturb Charity again, then. She can be quite waspish if one imposes upon her too much. What? She was supposed to bring back flowers. I didn't mean I must see to the flowers. Pretty flowers. Poisoned flowers. Innocent flowers. Dead flowers. Flowers. Poisoned flowers. Dead.
No trouble. Don't go asking for trouble or you'll get it.
Let's have no trouble.
Steady now. We'll have no strife.
Don't be daft. Nobody wants trouble.
Right, Petal. Let's get this over with.
Let's get the bastards! No bugger!
don't know why the locals act like that. We're protecting them, the bloody ungrateful swine. Keep it civilized. No troublemakers. Not safe yet. Best stay alert.
Oh, Maggie's all right. Though, toe the line, you.
A pleasure to see you again, dear. Oh, I used to live in the village. That was until the soldiers moved in and started playing silly beggars. I left before they could chuck me in that jail of theirs. Made this my home soon after. But I like it here. You're closer to the earth in this place. Never felt any great urge to go back to Wyndham. Still getting the hang of these woods, eh? Well, maybe I can help you with that. Like the rest of the zone, we've got our share of outlaws, and things that bite and sting if you get too close. Then there are the druids, the mask wearers, out in the thickest part of the woods. They've set up a little camp there in the ruins of the old castle. They hear what they call the voice in the soil, and, well, worship it, I suppose you'd say. The soil speaks to those who listen. It has spoken louder since all the ructions over at that atom factory the scientists built. Ah, those fools did something. The voice is upset because of it. That's what the druids say. You understand. Well, I'll be honest. You ask anyone to help you round here, and the chances of ever seeing them alive again are not wonderful. Very pleased you're an exception, dear. My goodness, those eyes of yours are sharp, eh, dear? I just hope the mind behind them isn't too narrow. I merely said the druids took it from me and that I wanted you to get it back. There's always more to what people tell you, dear. Please take this, a token of my gratitude. It's a sort of learning juice made by the scientists. You can sometimes find it in their old bunkers. Not much good came of those boffins and their science, but this stuff is marvellous. It opens the mind, you see. Of course, a fair trade in compensation is one thing I can offer. But listen, what is it you need? Truly need? Perhaps an escape from all this suffering? You are a curious soul, aren't you? I'm pleased. The first step toward escape is understanding. Look, you and I may have more in common than you realize. If you'll trust me, I can send you somewhere where you might find some answers. Something more than I alone can offer. Take this and go to the Speaking Cave. I'll show you where to find it on your map. While you have this, the folk in the woods will let you pass, but only as long as you don't offer violence. There is no need for bloodshed. Leave the offering at the foot of the figure you'll find there. You'll know it when you see it, believe me. I'll admit, I was interested to see how resourceful you were. If you and I are to make any progress together, I needed to know you're more than some outlaw or such. Don't think me some mad woman out for violence. Death for the druids? Well, it matters less than you might think. And as for their religion, it is neither theirs nor mine. It is the earth itself from which we all came and where we'll all return. Do as I tell you, and if you are prepared to see, then you'll understand that much more clearly. Take care, won't you?
Don't be causing trouble, all right?
Citizens of Wyndham, There has been an increase in outlaw activity on Slatton Dale. Avoid Slatton Dale until the area is once again declared safe.
Let's not have any trouble.
Citizens of Wyndham, remember that your village is one of the few remaining bastions of normality within the zone. Keep it that way. Be normal. Citizens of Wyndham, the army is here to help and protect you. Follow the protocol.
You're fine. Keep going.
Citizens of Wyndham, pagan practices of any kind are strictly forbidden. Any breach of this regulation is punishable by death. Citizens of Wyndham, acts of insubordination.
Report anything suspicious you find, and we can see about perhaps coming to terms, you and I. The good Dr. Garrow? Not so good in my opinion. That woman is dangerous. Caught her up to her old nonsense again, and incarcerated her smartly at our Skethermore camp. The prison is closely guarded, so don't even think about attempting to reach her without our permission. But that permission may be granted if you prove yourself loyal to us here in the village. Yes, what is it? Infected? You mean to say contaminated by that vile blue muck? And she would keep him hidden and endanger the whole village? Good Lord. I'll send someone over immediately. Now do you see why this place is under military discipline? I fought rebels in the Malayan jungle, and let me tell you, that was positively genteel in comparison to this wretched village. You can hardly call them English hereabouts anymore. Something in the land here is corrupting them all. You've done the right thing coming to me. It's vital this sort of thing's nipped in the bud before it spreads. I'm delighted to hear it. Your assistance is appreciated. I shan't forget it. I'm willing to extend the hand of friendship to you, which would include giving you access to our camp at Skethermore. With us on the same side, if a chance for leaving this zone comes, I can promise you a good chance of seeing the outside. To be blunt, as a stranger, you're in a perfect position to help me with a delicate matter. I'm delighted to hear it. We recently arrested a certain Dr. Garrow, one of the scientists from the research site. She contrived to escape the zone before the walls went up, but rather unexpectedly returned as part of a military convoy. More fool her. Dr. Garrow is dangerous, very clever, and egotistical enough to believe herself a magnitude cleverer yet. She's refused to tell us anything, and I refuse to stoop to Gestapo methods to force her. But a new face like yours, well, perhaps she'll talk to a stranger who plainly isn't beholden to the protocol. When Garrow arrived, she demonstrated an ability to meddle with the barred machinery we've commandeered. Specifically, she disabled our camp's automatic security system and began to poke around where she wasn't welcome. It was an hour before we found her, trying to get access to one of the old barred bunkers. Who knows what damage she might have caused had she found a way inside. She left us no choice but to take her into custody, isolated in solitary confinement, where she can't play her tricks. My men claim she muttered some incantation, and that caused the gun turrets to shut off. I don't believe in such nonsense as magic, but when she was captured, all they found on her was a broken radio, and now I don't know what to think. So you see, I need to know how she did it, what trick she uses to disable our machines. Here, this pass will give you free passage throughout the Skethermore camp. The soldiers on guard will allow you into the prison section, too, all the way to Garrow's cell. Learn what you can and return here. Be sure to report to me in person. But be warned, one hint of betrayal, and that pass will not save you. I hope I make myself clear. Good day to you. Stay out of trouble, eh?
Nobody wants any trouble. Should open their bloody eyes. That's all, because trouble's all we've got.
Hands away from any weapons, you.
Citizens of Wyndham, volunteers are required for work details. Addressing civilian. Stand back, citizen.
Fancy hiding a freak like that in your bedroom, I ask you. Not once he'd changed, he wasn't. Then he was just a liability. She should have let him torch it soon as he started to turn.
It's easy to say. What do we do now, anyway?
I don't know. Look for contraband, I suppose. Help yourself to anything you feel like.
Ain't that legal?
Nah, loot is for civvies. We commandeer. Not sure I like the look of you.